Jim Cordts graduated from Clark High School in 1953. He went on to attend Northern State University, playing basketball and football, and helped the Wolves to win 4 SDIC titles from 1954 to 1957. He went on to earn his master's degree at South Dakota State University. Jim spent 42 years teaching and coaching at Wessington, Howard, and Madison. While at Howard, Jim's 1964 basketball team won the State B championship tournament and finished the season with a perfect 28-0 record. At Madison, Jim taught physical education and health. He coached football, basketball, and track. His 1982 track team won the ESD track meet, the first ESD title for Madison in 29 years. That team also went on to finish third at the 1982 State AA track meet, despite being one of the smaller AA schools. In 1988, Jim's boys track team won the State A championship meet. Jim was also the head boys basketball coach for several years and the freshman football coach. He served as a referee throughout the state in football and basketball. Jim passed away at his home under hospice care on November 5, 2014. Cordtsy was a comet, a wolf, a jackrabbit, a warrior, and a tiger, but we take pride in remembering him as a bulldog, highly respected and loved by his athletes, fellow coaches, and friends.
Jim Cordts coached for 42 years. He has been a referee, coach of the year, and a member of multiple Hall of Fames. But that's not how I knew him. I knew him as a person who showed up to every cross-country meet, basketball game, and track meet. I knew him as the person who always had an encouraging word, a kind comment, and who was interested in how every Madison Bulldog did, whether they won or lost. You knew that he always kept your time, knew your splits, and would put an arm around your shoulders at the end of a game or meet. Even when he was ill, he was not thinking of himself, but thinking of our team. If you were a Bulldog, you knew that Jim was in your corner. That's why I am so proud to have received the first annual Jim Cordts Memorial Scholarship. We miss you, Jim. You'll forever be a Bulldog.
As many of you know, I worked with Jim for over 20 plus years. During that time, it was such an honor and a privilege to work with such a caring and inspirational man. I don't know how he did it, but he always knew the athletes and what they were out for and how we could help them be better athletes, or how we could encourage them to be out for more than one sport, because that was a big thing to Jim. And he always had encouragement for the kids as he saw them, and so on. He occasionally, quite frequently, had advice for me, and that was good. That was good. He always had some kinds of comments on, well, you know, Joyce, I think we could do this, or like that. He always had ideas, always. So regardless if you remember him as Jim Cordts, or Mr. Cordts, or Coach, or JC, or Cordtsy, I invite you to be part of this scholarship and join my husband and I in contributing to this meaningful scholarship.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all, but of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I'll know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. And I know I'll often think about them. In my life, I love you more. No, I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. And I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my